Yo, gonna do another little devlog here. I'm gonna try to implement this idea that Six Rock had, which is kind of like I guess orbless isn't the right word. The idea is in Jack 1, all the orbs are invisible, but you can still collect them like normal, but you don't know whether you collected them or not. And then at the end of the game, it reveals to you how many you collected. Uh, Maybe they become visible, and then in all the pause menus, the numbers show the real numbers instead of like question marks or something like that. We're going to kind of figure it out as we go. But yeah, I'm going to see if I can kind of walk through implementing something like that. So I know in Jack 1, the orbs are defined in this collectibles file, and they are called money. They're a child of eco collectible, which is pretty much all the eco blobs, pips, orbs, power cells. I think scoutflies too, I think are also eco collectibles. Or maybe they're just collectibles, which is like a parent of eco collectible. Anyways, doesn't really matter. What we want to do is we want to just not draw it, basically. We still want it to be collected and everything, but we don't want it to be drawn. And so I think what we want to do is in the initialize function, we want to set the draw flags to not draw. It's not draw status, it's, what is this type draw? This is going to be on process drawable, I'm guessing. And I need to go to Jack 1. Draw control, okay. I think it's something in draw control that has flags, right? Oh, maybe it's not here. Maybe it is draw status. Okay. I think I remember this from Jack 2, and it might be a little bit different, but let's see. Let's see if hidden works. My concern is if we set hidden, it's going to consider it not spawned and not run other code too. But let's just give it a shot. So let's, in the initialize, from entity, or we want to do it by other either. So let's do it in initialize this. So we'll just put a comment here. I don't know if I'm going to stick with the name no orb, but I couldn't come up with a good name. Hide orb. No, not orb placer. And we want to this draw status hidden. All right, let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. Oh, give me a second. I need to switch this to Dode. And I need to turn off that crop. Okay. Yeah, let's go see if our orbs are drawn. So the orbs are not drawn, which is what we wanted. Question is, whoops. Sorry, I'm in Jack 2 and 3 brain, where the combos for the debug menu are a little different. So let's turn on actor marks. Okay, so they are still, you can still collect them. So that's good. This does what we want. Let's see what happens with an orb vent. I think it should be the same thing because this is in the common initialized code, whether it's a standalone entity or it's spawned from something else. Okay, cool. So this does exactly what we want. It just hides it. Awesome. Nice. So I guess the next thing we want to do is not make the pickup sound and not update the HUD and that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to close the game because otherwise I forget and it blocks all the code. So we want to look at pickup for money and convert to HUD object. We'll probably need to do something there. I think the other thing is there's a sound that's set at some point. I don't know how it decides what sound to play. We'll have to go find that in a sec. But we don't want to do this convert to HUD object, which is defined over here. I'm just checking if we need to run any code here, like to trigger the HUD tally or something, which we don't really want to do. We don't want to show the user the orb part of the HUD at all. So I think what I want to do is just comment this out. This parentheses, yeah. I'll put a comment here. No HUD update. Okay, and so I'm thinking the sound pickup, I don't think it happens in the convert to HUD object call because I'm pretty sure when the HUD isn't displaying for whatever reason, I think we still get the sound. So it must be somewhere else. It might be in a parent, in the pickup code for a parent class, possibly. Or maybe it's before it's picked up, it's when you touch the object. That could be too. This is for fuel cell, money. Okay, eco collectible. Yeah, here we go. If non-zero. Oh, it stops the sound. Oh, okay, so like for scout flies or eco or something. Makes sense. So we don't care about that so much. Oh, it could be the collect effects. These are particle effects though, so never mind. I don't think that's it. Huh. Sound play pill pickup. What else are we doing with sound here? Pick up power cell, cell prize, buzzer pickup. But I don't see money pickup. Interesting. Oh, it happens here. That's strange. Why does it? Oh, there's like a global cooldown kind of thing. Okay, anyways. We don't want to do this. Sorry, spacing was driving me crazy. Cool, let's just run this, make sure nothing's broken. OBS took forever to recognize that window, but we got there. I did it again. Sorry. This one. Okay. Alright, so we still need to hide it from the HUD in general. Oh, it's still doing... Okay, so there's still something... Oh, I see. It doesn't do the... It doesn't convert the orb, the visible orb that's not visible, and make it a HUD and make it fly up to the HUD, but it still tallies the HUD, so I still have something else to disable in the HUD code. We can probably just not run the HUD money stuff, I think. Oh, the other thing I'm realizing is that I don't want to just blanket disable these. I want to disable these only if you haven't beaten the game yet. So I think what we'll do is... Let's go to mod. Just check in the build order. Where do we build mod custom functions? Oh yeah, it's still pretty late. And mod settings is only here. Okay, it's fine. We'll just check the task directly. It's not that much. Okay, so let's do this. So we'll do yeah, I'll do if. No, actually I swore I wouldn't do ifs, so let's not do ifs. Let's see, I want task closed. Final boss. Yeah, what are we doing here? Which one do I want? Need reminder? Is that right? It's not what we're splitting on. Alright, we will go fight final boss real quick to find out. It's fine. I know a shortcut.
You just won't give up, will you?
Okay. Oh, shit. I did it again. So what,
I know. It does exist. They must not be allowed to get it.
Okay, I haven't done that one yet.
That could be the stuff to chain me back.
I haven't done that one yet.
Or it might stop that robot.
Okay, so it's not unknown. So it must be...
Choices.
Need introduction, I guess?
We're not going to take it.
Looks like it could be either one. Unknown is like the intro one or whatever, so I'm gonna stick with this. This is our condition for playing the sound. So if you've beaten a final boss, then we play the sound. I guess this can just be a when then. This doesn't have to be a whole cond, because we only have one condition, you know? We don't need to do anything in the else case. Okay, I'm gonna copy this. And what did we change here? The HUD update, right, so. Easy enough. And then the other change is down here. I'm just thinking if I need to... I don't think I do, because you'll be in final boss. Yeah, I guess Citadel orbs might not refresh, but they should be called anyway. Yeah, I think this is fine. So I'll just leave it at this. When not, task closed. Hide them. Okay. We did fix the sound, so that's good. That was the right change we wanted there. This is hiding it. This is converting to HUD. So now let's look for HUD money. Wonder when activate HUD gets called, because I mean, one thing I could do is just like when task closed, then do this. But I don't know if this gets called when you first activate it, or I don't know how exactly where this is invoked from. Okay, so what we could do is I want to check if we are HUD money or HUD money all. So HUD money all is when you get all the orbs in a particular level. You get the like 50 out of 50 geyser pop up. Okay, so when you are a HUD money or HUD money all and you haven't beaten final boss, don't do this. Just go HUD hidden. All right. I'm not 100% sure this is going to do what I want. I want to kind of want to test both of these. So I think what I'll do here is just put a false here so this doesn't run, this block, and we'll just test this part first. Okay, that's good. It's not showing it when I push L2 at all. I'm assuming I'm collecting orbs. I am. Okay. So that's good so far. And then I guess what I want to check is, whoops, if I do have this task closed. Okay, it doesn't. I am checking introduction, right? Yeah, introduction. Yeah, so it's not calling activate HUD again. Okay, so this change kind of works, kind of doesn't. Let's get rid of it for now. And let's try this change instead. Okay, it's good. It's still not showing HUD money. Oh, sorry, you couldn't see it. I forgot OBS is behind. But it's still not doing that because as soon as it tries to go to HUD arriving, it switches to HUD hidden. Alright, it still played the sound there, so I'm not sure why that was. So I think this must be in the tally HUD code. What's it called? Yeah, tally value. And it's playing this. I think I just want to return early from this if so, oh, I guess I should check that too before I go changing code. So, okay, nice. And if I can't undo it, I have to. Now it's hidden again. Okay, cool. So I don't think we need to keep this change around. We can clean this up. This solution of going to HUD hidden instead seems to be working, so that's good. But yeah, we need to not do this HUD tally. This whole operation, I think, in this scenario. So I think that should do it. Nope. I can't return 0 here, can I, or something? Oh, self. Right. This. Because this is a method, not a state, so we use this instead of self. So HUD is still working as expected, not showing. Hopefully we don't get any tally sounds. Okay, that's good. But if we break this and collect it, we do still get tally sounds. That's good. No, I didn't change anything there. I'm not going to bother closing the task. Let's just make sure there's no sounds. Don't do this. Yep, seems good. Okay, so we still need to hide it there, but this one's good. I guess the other thing to do is like collect 50 out of 50 and make sure that's not showing up. Oh, I need to test 2000 out of 2000 too, huh? Maybe I can just do this in the REPL. money, 2,000. Okay. I don't know if that's a good test, but I'm too lazy to actually hundo the game to test that, so I'm just going to assume that works as well. Actually, HUD money all. This does both of these, right?
Oh, look, a muggy mug.
S32 is
Yeah,
S3.
birdie, birdie.
Shut up, shut up. Where does HUD money all call init particles? Hmm. So in theory I can do... Okay, so it does play the sound. Let's
Oh, look, a muggy mug.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's in... Okay. So it's still Citadel calls it, but...
Yeah, birdie, birdie.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. So I think what I want to do also, actually, if I go back to activate orb all, we can just put a similar condition here.
Oh my, that's a pretty one.
But we don't need this first line. Just, yeah, when the task isn't closed, then we can activate. Okay. Cool. So I think let's move on to the pause menu. So I'm trying to think what I want to do for the percentage. I kind of want to just count orbs as 0%, I think, until you beat the game. And they count as 10% right now. So what I'm going to do is create an orb multiplier. I'll just call it orb scale. And it's oh, I got to be careful with my knots here too. I want to do this only when the task is closed. Glad I caught that. And I want to return early when the task is not closed. Okay, yeah, cool. So if the task is closed, it's 10, otherwise it's 0. And then this is orb scale. Okay, that'll be the percentage. I need to, I'm just going to search this whole file for money, I think. Let's start at the top. So that's the calculating the percentage. We can make the icon, that's fine. Yeah, I'll have to, I think we can just, yeah, we'll change the numbers. We don't have to, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Sorry, I know I'm kind of talking to myself here. Don't think that's anything special. Okay, draw money screen. We'll come back to that. Oh, maybe that's the only thing we need to look at. Okay. Now, there's still this in the corner. We have to do something about that, I think, but we'll come back to that. So on this money screen, I want to change this line. So I want to say if if the task is closed, then we actually show the value. Otherwise, we're going to show, we'll do 3 question marks. And we don't need this. And then same thing here. If the task is closed, we show the normal amount. Otherwise, we do question marks and just the total number of orbs. Okay, let's look. I mean, somewhere on the progress screen, we're looking for this. Or maybe it's not money total. Maybe we're looking at money current. No? I'm back in HUD. I don't want to be here. All right, where else are we printing text in the progress draw? Okay, something on the memory card. We'll have to come back to that. Did I just search for money in this file yet? Maybe I didn't. Let's start there. Draw money screen. Okay, yep, that's where we just were. Whoop. Okay, so I think here, yikes, this code is nasty, but what I want to do is, whoops, kind of forgot I set that up. Okay. I'll say conditionally again. So what we really want to do is, if the task is not closed, we want to do that. Yeah, okay. Still something we're missing. Let's just search for money in engine UI progress. Okay. So we looked at all those. I don't think it's progress static. Is this part of... Oh, it's just this, isn't it? Why didn't I find this before? Alright, whatever. Anyways. Oh, that's not what I want. Come on, just where's my... What are my changes? If the task is closed, and if it's not, all right. Surely I didn't forget something. Sorry, I just realized I did the thing where y'all probably couldn't see a lot of the code. But most of it was this sort of thing where I check if the game, if the final boss is beaten. If it is, I print it normally. Otherwise, I do question marks. It's got the same kind of change in a bunch of places. Okay, so some of this is right. We got some question marks. It's good. But it still shows a count up on the top right. And I thought that's what this was. But maybe... Like, it can't be that. Money count. Oh, here we go. What the hell is money count? Well, it seems like I've already found it anyways. Game count info. Never even heard of this type. I don't know what this is, but Um, Wonder if we can find where this options text is. That's just text ID. Is that what it is? Yeah, and then something options. Okay. This seems right. What am I missing here? Maybe I hadn't saved when I... I swear I had hit save, but yeah. I mean, I just want to make sure this is the right piece of code at this point. I don't know where else it could be. It's not this piece of code. Oh, I know what it's going to be. Yep. No, wait. Maybe it's just in here. Yep, here we go. Okay, yeah, I forgot a lot of this was rewritten for rewritten in another file. Although this bit looks exactly the same to me, yeah. Alright, well, that makes sense why it wasn't working then. That's better. Yep, we have question marks here on the save file. Okay. So let's take this file, right? It says 63% here. Interesting. Okay. So now if I... So we have 28 orbs left over. We got 838 total. Now if I save the game, it should say 68% again. Okay, cool. It's kind of interesting that it hard codes that percentage when it saves, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. Cool. I think that's kind of it. I'm going to probably get dinner here in a little bit. I might do some playtesting, but I think that's pretty much the majority of the mod. Yeah. Let me know if any of you even watched to the end to hear this. If these kind of things are helpful, I'll keep doing them. I don't know. They're kind of fun, I guess. This one I was hoping I'd be able to knock out in one session. 45 minutes. Not too bad. Cool. I'm going to shut up. Later, y'all.